It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Yeah, been a minute since I got energetic. City full of my offspring, I feel like Emmett. Ain't from the Shy, but I'm a Southside rapper. I'm dropping bombs since they hot 9-7. 211s in your neighborhood. Niggas cramp my style, feel like making good. Boy, I leave you stretched, Ace Hood with your face in the rug. Yoga flame, can't tell you what I done overcame. Just know some homies playing both sides, that lowest lane. Overthrow the king, fuck 'em. I got now a certified lover till I make a whole pipe down. Y'all know my style, I slide in, no nightgown. This cougar man, that ain't no lifestyle. Snatch funds like Brett Favre, plot like ex-cons on propane. Nigga throw flames like Reptar, I set forth new goals. I ain't picking up phones. I know this niggas on their call when they hear making shows. I'm switching my flows. Internet niggas thinking we homies. Seen a couple posts thinking they know me. Shit is below me, y'all shit is baloney. No one can say that they did this for me. On my quest, y'all ain't even Jerobi. Dog, this is not the time or the place. I ain't trying to catch a case. Y'all smile in my face. It's honestly a disgrace. This sign on the waist, making me a good time to obey. I said yes, bumping your brakes, but somebody get sprayed, nigga.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody is doing well out there this afternoon. So y'all know we did a video yesterday talking about the BET Awards and the nominations. If you haven't seen that video already, it's a lot of y'all that haven't. Feel free to check it out. After this one, we went through all the different categories. Cardi B is actually leading all nominees with 6. Kendrick Lamar and Mariah the Scientist have 5. I believe Doechii has 4, if I'm not mistaken. But again, I did a video going through all of the different categories. They've brought in 2 new categories, etc. The show will be airing, I believe that was June 28th. Okay? So, talking about the BET Awards, somebody who didn't get acknowledged in any category or any nomination is JID. And JID is fed the fuck up, okay? Rightfully so, I must say, because it's been years and JID still gets no acknowledgement from BET. He came out on Twitter with some tweet and delete saying he fucking hates BET because of that very reason. Right? He put out multiple tweets talking about how they basically overlook him, give him no credit, and how they pretty much just recycled the same artist year after year after year without giving anyone new any chances. Now, that last part, I must say I disagree with, because there are always a new artist category where new artists get acknowledged. But if you look at like the main categories, like the male hip hop artist of the year, and stuff like that, you can pretty much predict for the most part who's going to be there. I think even the album of the year, male album of the year category had a nice mix, a very tough category of music. But unfortunately, JID just did not get in the cut, you know? Baby Keem also didn't make the cut with Casino for male artist of the year, which doesn't make any sense, as they have good flirts on multiple categories for this year's show, but his album, for whatever reason, was not in the category. So it does seem that there is a bit of a disparity there with BET, where they see certain people fitting and where they don't, right? We could clearly see that. And after JID came out and expressed his malcontent with BET, a fan got in his comments and basically said, hey, J. Cole said it best. Y'all remember on Birthday Blizzard, J. Cole basically came out and flipped Kendrick Lamar's Killer Mike line, basically saying if y'all really love hip hop, Killer Mike will be platinum. He basically said the same thing about JID on the mixtape. JID also came out and expressed his malcontent with that bar. He ain't like that shit neither. He said, I'm overly platinum. That bar is ass. So not only is JID fed up with motherfucking BET, it seems that there's a bit of dissension there between himself and J. Cole, or if it ain't just J. Cole personally, he takes umbrage with that particular bar. Okay? We can say that much definitively. These are all tweet and deletes. But unfortunately, man, JID he's in a weird spot. He's in a rough spot. I'm going to go through this and then I'm going to kind of give my assessment and analysis of JID. I've said this numerous times on my channel. If you've really been here, if you've really been watching, it's not going to be anything that you haven't heard from me. But this might be your first time hearing it, but we'll get there. So here we have the original set of tweets. Number one, he says, I hate at BET. Added him and everything. Didn't hold his tongue, nothing. He says 5 Grammy nominations, which is amazing. A lot of artists, especially in hip hop, have none. Almost like the Little Piggies. This Little Piggy got 5 nominations. This Little Piggy has none. A lot of them got none. But he says 0 at BET nominations / acknowledgement, nothing. Niggas remix the same people every year at the BET Awards. Okay? So he says, I get acknowledged by the fucking Grammys, bitch. What more can I do to be acknowledged by the only remaining black channel that's supposed to be doing a black show? I'm a black artist from one of the blackest cities in fucking America, and I can't even have my black fucking album acknowledged. Valid critique. Valid thoughts. I understand. However, I won't even say a however. You know what I mean? I was going to say, fuck them. But at the same time, I understand how it feels because you want to be embraced by your own. You know what I mean? It's like, how is it that the biggest, whitest show on television has acknowledged my music, but the show that's supposed to represent my community doesn't? Fair. Again, I was going to say fuck them, but then we always had that conversation about not enough black artists actually appreciating the BET Awards, not showing up, not performing. We always talk about how we undervalue our own shit because our own artists don't want to be a part of it. Here we have an artist that clearly wants to be involved. He puts out good music, quality music. He's one of the most talented in the industry. But for whatever reason, they just keep him out of the conversation over there. So I can't even say he's wrong. So here to my right, we have the J. Cole bar that he also chastised. The bar goes, if hip hop is back, JID should chart platinum. Anything less than that, it means y'all capping. All right, that's from the 99 Build Freestyle. A lot of people took issue with 99 Build Freestyle because that was his most braggadocious set of bars on Birthday Blizzard before the fall off. And of course, a lot of people felt like he shouldn't have any right to lay claim to anything competitive in hip hop, right? So again, this fan says J. Cole said it best, to which JID says, that nigga ain't say shit. I've been overly platinum. That bar was ass. Okay? Now, what do I take from JID saying I've been overly platinum? I think he's been overly platinum because of that song. What was it? That Enemy shit. Who made that damn song? Imagine Dragons. You know what I mean? That song was big for a few years. You know what I mean? You could still walk into a retail store and hear that shit blasting with his rap verse still on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Very big record. Definitely a life-changing situation. I think he's got a couple, even the song with 21 Savage on it. Push the fucking surround sound. Surround sound. Get the packet, the trap it, the packet. Yeah, that one I think is damn near, if it ain't overly platinum, it's on its way. You know what I mean? It was overly viral, did numbers. It was a slow build. I think it went crazy damn near a year after it came out. I don't know if he has any platinum albums, but he's appeared on platinum records. You know what I mean? Shit, don't he got one with Doja too? Yeah, so him and Doja Cat got a collaboration on Options, which is from her Planet Her project. You know, if you're on a platinum project, you also get to claim platinum. You get to lay claim to that as well. That's a triple platinum album. So, I mean, I see where he's coming from, but unfortunately, you know what I mean, JID just hasn't had that major push to become like a huge standalone artist. Now, he's able to put albums out. He has a fan base. He has people that love him. People in the industry fuck with him. Other artists fuck with him. Other lyricists put him in that conversation of niggas that you might not want to rap on the same song with. You know what I mean? You got to bring your best to get on a song with him. He's rapped beside Eminem and held his own, who is largely seen as like, you know, high level elite. He's rapped with Cole and held his own. Still looking to get on a song with Kendrick and prove, you know, that he could hold his own with him too. Clips, the list goes on and on and on. You know what I mean? So as far as his talent, as far as his lyrical ability, as far as his, you know, just being him, he has accolades, he has respect, he has the critical acclaim. He just doesn't get recognition. You know what I mean? As far as the industry standard shows and, you know, different things like that. He's not a super high charting artist um when he drops his albums. And unfortunately, I think it's starting to wear on him. You know what I mean? I think he's I think he enjoys going in the studio. I think he enjoys performing and going on stage. But I don't know if he's really enjoying his time in the industry. And I know it's very easy to like blame J. Cole and Dreamville, but for what J. Cole and Dreamville were able to establish with him, I think they succeeded, right? Like, we know who JID is because of Dreamville. Prior to Dreamville, JID was out, Earth Gang was out, both of them. I'm from Atlanta. I seen Earth Gang perform before the deal in Atlanta. You know what I mean? JID was with them. I seen them niggas curse out a whole fucking crowd of niggas because they wasn't singing, well, not singing along, but they was trying to command the crowd to like get in participation, and other niggas like, bitch ass nigga, what the fuck y'all nigga doing? Like the whole shit, but niggas completely unpolished. I said, oh damn, it might pop off in here tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I've witnessed the early days of JID. You know what I mean? I remember hearing JID for the first time on some fucking Earth Gang shit and damn near thought it was a girl rapping, because if you think his voice is high now, go listen to his earlier shit. His shit was way higher. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this chick spitting like a motherfucker. Then I find out it was a nigga. So I want to see the nigga win, but as far as like outside of Atlanta, niggas ain't know who they were. You know what I mean? I remember when they put that first joint out when J. Cole came to Atlanta and helped him put the Never story out. You know what I'm saying? It's a big deal. So I can't say that they failed. The platform is there. It's just that once they upstreamed him to the major label, I think the major label has failed him. You know what I mean? What is he on? Interscope? Yep. He's an Interscope artist as well. So I feel like they've dropped the ball in a lot of different ways. We don't see them bring out the budget for anything he does. They don't like post him all over the place. We don't see like huge billboards. We don't see like fuck it. I don't even know if I got an email from Interscope or UMG when the album came out. Like it was just me being a hip hop head. I knew where it was, but I haven't seen them do anything to like put him in a space outside of where he's already recognized. You know, so I can understand if he's feeling like, damn, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like I'm here, I make a living from music. I'm in a pretty decent spot. I can tour. But of course, every artist wants to be like at the top. And that was it. The ground was kind of laid for him to be that. 10 years ago, JID was like the next best thing. Like, damn, this nigga's about to be one of them guys. He's about to be like the next Cole or Kendrick level nigga. He's about to, if he ain't big three, he should be big five. You know what I mean? But his career just didn't pan out in that direction for whatever reason. He's got features with all types of artists. Sierra, Jesse Reyes, like CeeLo, you know what I mean? Like from the underground to the top of the pops. But, I think, hell, Don Toliver, all these niggas. So I don't know, man. I think one thing that I will say for sure, and JID probably, I don't know if he wants to hear it or not. I'm a fan. I love what you do. But I think if he could, perhaps drop a bit of the dark aesthetic from his music, I think it would definitely help him. Now, I'm not saying he's making fucking horrorcore or nothing like that. And I know some people are selectively deaf to things I say, but I'm not saying that. But I think when you look at like God Does Like Ugly, like a lot of the music had a dark, hell, I would say undertone, but it's really the overtone of the production and the sound. He doesn't really make a lot of like super palatable songs. Like, if you're going to make an album with 20 songs, give the people 4 or 5, I thought the skate joint was a good addition, you know what I mean? But I didn't even see a push for that. You got a Sierra feature, skate song. Niggas want to make fucking bass music and shit like that. They made a bass record, booty shake, skate record. Where was the push on that? Interscope. So it's a lot of different factors, man. But I do wish him the best. I don't know what the future holds for Dreamville. Word has it that they separated and cashed out from UMG. And each of the artists on Dreamville did get a financial kickback from that that money that was left over. They say that the money that each of them got, niggas could damn near not make music anymore if they so chose to. And those are words from JID and Boss, including JID. You know what I mean? So I think it's just it's a two-pronged conversation. And ultimately, we're gonna need JID to like come out and stand on how he feels, to really know how he feels. There was speculation in 2024 he wasn't fucking with Dreamville when he was like, I'm really not around them niggas like that. I didn't interpret it as internal issues because, of course, again, being an Atlanta nigga that actually followed him and Earth Gang from before that deal took place, I knew they already had a whole team with Spillage Village. They had a whole label. They had a whole everything, infrastructure set with that company. And that's Atlanta based. So studio, production, everything is in-house. So that they don't really have to be around J. Cole. They don't have to go to North Carolina or wherever the fuck he's at in New York to be like running after him in order to have a career because they already have a home base. So I didn't take it no way when he said that, but a lot of people read into it and was like, maybe there's some turmoil there. Brushed it off. But then when you come out and say that a nigga bar is ass, that does speak to something a bit deeper. Because why did you call it ass? You know what I mean? Like you could disagree with a nigga and be like, I never identified with that particular bar. I don't see what he talking about. I've been platinum. I got platinums. I got plaques. But to say that nigga ain't say shit, that shit was ass, that does speak to something a little bit deeper. Now, it was a tweet and delete. He got rid of that shit. He been tweeting and deleting a lot lately, too. I don't know what the fuck he got going on. I don't know if that nigga on shrooms or what. But he said some shit the other day, tweet and delete about fucking being in a unisex pool, butt naked, and motherfuckers was looking at his dick. or something crazy, I was like, oh shit, that nigga done got some Diddy juice or something in his drink. I don't know. But I do wish but I do wish him the best. Shit. And maybe the best move, you know, is to try to get out of that Interscope deal and just go completely indie and just do your own shit. So whatever success or perceived failures come, you know, you can chalk it all up to your own efforts rather than a lack of effort from a bigger company or entity that you expect to uphold their end of the bargain, and then they just don't. You know what I mean? I don't know. How many official albums does he have out? Like 3, 4? 4. Still waiting on the Metro Boomin project too. Maybe that one will be like that landmark moment. We've been waiting on that for years. Not sure why it hasn't been delivered, but I think that would be the obvious like next step to get with an established producer, a producer who's done numbers and got plaques and done all of that on his own solo projects as well, to bring things together. Of course, there's still the talks of a potential JID and Cole project. I don't know. I don't know. You calling a nigga Bar's ass. I don't know if we get that one. But the rest shall, you know, be left to be seen in the future. All right. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there, man. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and greats unacknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I could do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I ran for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built. I had to